Hello. Hi. Happy Leap Eve. You've got your mute on, Jackie. Hi, Tom.
If for some reason I jump up and leave the room, it's probably because this computer isn't working very well. It was just upgraded and I didn't want to do it, but it insisted.
Okay, well,
So I'm going to try it.
sometimes it just happens like that. Hi, Dory. How you doing? Thanks for the song suggestions.
I'm working on another device tonight too, so we'll see how this goes.
Okay, all right. Well, I'm on the same old device, so I have no explanations for any of the things that go wrong. I did get original sound for musicians turned on already, so
That's what I'm working on right
there's
now.
that.
I heard that it was 1 degree wind chill in Des Moines today.
So, time to
was
get the
colder.
t-shirts out.
It was colder in Des Moines today. Yesterday it was nice and warm.
Yeah.
Today it's cold. Tomorrow it's supposed to be warm again.
Yeah.
Next week we're supposed to have a high of 80 one day.
When I lived in Des Moines, I never could see why everybody thought global warming was so bad. But in Memphis, yeah, you can sort of see it's not a good thing. Well, I guess it's time that we can start. I don't know where Blue Bayou came from. I think it was one of the ones maybe that I worked on for Melanie and kind of fell in love with it again. Does anybody want to do any part of Blue Bayou?
I call it Bayou Blue.
Bayou Blue. Well,
Yeah.
of course, that would be the proper name for it. That's, yeah. I mean, the song was written in a foreign language, though, which is why they have Blue Bayou instead of the proper name for it. So does anybody want to do part of it?
I try.
Okay.
Maybe all those fishing boats. I'm trying to figure out. I can't sing very well in that really low register at the beginning.
And the Linda Ronstadt, take it up the octave.
Yeah. Okay. So do the. So you want to do the all those fishing boats with the sails afloat, and then again come back with "I'm going back someday." Come what may to Blue Bayou, and just finish it up. So that would be in your range, I think.
Okay, tell me again. I do all those fishing boats.
Yeah,
and
then I go back to
I'll go to see
go
my baby
to see
again.
my baby again,
Okay.
and then when I get to, then it comes back to I'm going back someday again. You can just take it to the end of the song. Okay? All right. I feel so bad, I got a worried mind. I'm so lonesome all of the time. Since I left my baby behind on Blue Bayou. Saving nickels, saving dimes, working till the sun don't shine, looking forward to happier times on Blue Bayou. I'm going back someday, come what may, to Blue Bayou, where you sleep all day and the catfish play on Blue Bayou.
All those fishing boats with their sails afloat, if I could only see that familiar sunrise through sleepy eyes, how happy I'd be.
Go to see my baby again, and to be with some of my friends. Maybe I'd be happy again on Blue Bayou. Saving nickels, saving dimes, working till the sun don't shine, looking forward to happier times on Blue Bayou.
I'm going back someday, come what may, to Blue Bayou, where you sleep all day and the catfish play on Blue Bayou. Oh, that girl of mine by my side, the silver moon and evening tide. Oh, some sweet day gonna take away this hurting inside. Well, I'll never be blue, my dreams come true on Blue. Sorry.
I thought it was just fine. Thank you.
Very good.
Okay.
Really enjoyed it. Thank you.
The next one is a John Denver song in his key, which this is one that Marcy suggested. I like it a lot. I'd never learned it before. Calypso. Does anybody want to do part of Calypso? No? Okay. Let's see. To sail on a dream, on a crystal blue ocean, to ride on the quest of a wild raging storm, to work in the service of life and the living, in search of the answers to questions unknown. Try a little lower. To be part of the movement, part of the growing, part of the beginning, to understand. Hi, Calypso, the places you've been to, the things that you've shown us, the stories to tell. I, Calypso, I sing to your spirit, the men who have served you so long and so well. Adio, do 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 do, adio, do 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 do, adio, do 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 do, adio. Like the dolphins to guide you, you bring us beside you, to light up the darkness and show us the way. For though we are strangers in your silent world, to live on the land we must learn from the sea. To be true as the tide, free as the wind swell, joyful and loving and letting it be. Hi, Calypso, the places you've been to, things that you've shown us, the stories you tell. I, Calypso, I sing to your spirit, the men who have served you so long and so well. I, Calypso, the places you've been to, things that you've shown us, the stories you tell. I, Calypso, I sing to your spirit, the men who have served you so long and so well. Aye, do 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 do, adio, do 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 do, aye, do 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 do, adio, do do do, aye, do do do, adio. Calypso. Thank you. All right, the next one's a new one. It's got a little bit of an interesting rhythm to it. I just love Molly Tuttle. She wrote this song, and she actually is a bit of a crooked tree herself. She's got alopecia areata, which is a disease of the immune system that can cause hair loss, and she doesn't have any hair. She wears beautiful wigs some of the time, and some of the time she doesn't. And she looks good both ways. But she's a guitar player, very good guitar player and singer. Does anybody want to do part of this? You just want to hear what I got? Okay, here we go. Two trees. Yeah, let me start. Two trees in the forest, one was crooked, one was straight. Crimson bark and emerald needles growing day by day. And though they looked so different, they enjoyed the rain the same, side by side. A chickadee had told them of a darkness on the land, spinning blades that came to visit, carried by a man. And every other tree would see them cut down where they stand by and by. Oh, can you see? Crooked tree won't fit into the mill machine. They're left to grow wild and free. Oh, I'd rather be a crooked tree. The perfect trees were driven down the mountain to the mill. They turned them into toothpicks and $20 bills. It seemed the more the people took, the more the needles still in the end. So it seemed the more the people took, the more they seemed, the more they needed still in the end. The lyrics are kind of important. The crooked trees were left there after all the work was done, and now they go for weeks and never witness anyone. No one to tell them that they're growing right or growing wrong, but the whispering wind. Oh, can you see? Crooked tree won't fit into the mill machine. They're left to grow wild and free. Oh, I'd rather be a crooked tree. Hi, Marcy. People say I'm different. My way of life seems strange. I took the road less traveled, twists and truths along the way. But like the crooked tree, I'm growing stronger day by day as clouds roll by. A river never wonders why it flows around the bend. A mountain doesn't question how it rose up in the land. So who am I to wish I wasn't just the way I am? Who am I? Oh, can't you see? Crooked tree won't fit inside the mill machine. They're left to grow wild and free. I'd rather be a crooked tree. A crooked tree won't fit into the mill machine. They're left to grow wild and free. Oh, I'd rather be a crooked tree. I'd rather be a crooked tree. Thank you. My friend who does the radio show played this a couple of weeks ago. Lovin' Spoonful, Darling, Be Home Soon. Does anybody want to do part of it? Okay. All right. Come and talk of all the things we did today. Hear and laugh about our funny little ways while we have a few minutes to breathe. Then I know that it's time you must leave. But darling, be home soon. I couldn't bear to wait an extra minute if you dawdle. My darling, be home soon. It's not just for these few hours, but we've been waiting. It's not for these few hours, but I've been waiting since I toddled for the great relief of having you to talk to. And now, 3/4 of my life are mostly past. I think I've come to see myself at last. And I see that the time spent confused was the time that I spent without you. And I feel myself in bloom. So darling, be home soon. I couldn't bear to wait an extra minute if you dawdled. My darling, be home soon. It's not just for these few hours, but I've been waiting since I toddled for the great relief of having you to talk to. Go and beat your crazy head against the sky and try to see beyond the houses and your eyes. It's okay to shoot the moon. So darling, be home soon. I couldn't bear to wait an extra minute if you dawdled. My darling, be home soon. It's not just for these few hours, but I've been waiting since I toddled for the great relief of having you to talk to. The great relief of having you to talk to. Just love those old Lovin' Spoonful songs. Okay, now this one requires some extra equipment. Did anybody learn the Darktown Strutters Ball? Hello, Willard.
I know a little bit of it.
Okay, which part would you like to do? You want to?
like the first verse of this.
Okay.
I don't I don't.
All right. Well, why don't you do it down to the end? Well, do the first two stanzas, and then I'll try to do the rest.
Is the second stanza, is the melody just like the first? I'm sorry.
Almost. The chords are a little bit different. Remember when we get. Let's see. Remember when we get there, honey, 2 steps, I'm gonna have them all.
Okay.
Dance
I
off
think-
both of my shoes when I lay down Jelly Roll Blues. Do, 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 do. I mean, it's just kind of ragtime.
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay. Hi, Willard. How are you doing?
I am good. Took me a minute to figure out the technology here, but hello, everybody. You don't know who I
Hello.
am, but I'm an old friend of Frank's, and I'm delighted that you've allowed me to join you. So thank you.
Yeah, well, we'll expect you back now.
Okay. Oh, shit. It's a cult. Oh,
Yeah,
no.
yeah. Well, I didn't want to tell you ahead of time.
Well, that's the way it works, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Okay. All right. Jackie is going to start this, and Willard, I'm going to mute you during the song, and then you unmute yourself when you're
Okay.
ready to say
All
something
good.
between things. Or if you want to interrupt the song, you can unmute yourself. And
It's all good.
So
We're
Frank,
easy.
will you do that little bridge thing
I
there?
will. Yeah, I've
Okay,
been practicing that.
Okay. Good.
Okay.
I'll be there to get you in a taxi, honey. Better be ready by 8:30. Now, baby, don't be late. I wanna be there when the band starts playing. Remember when we get there, honey. 2 step, I'm gonna have them all. Gonna dance off both of my shoes when they lay those Jelly Roll Blues. Tomorrow night at the Ducktown Strutters Ball.
I'll be there to get your taxi, honey. Better be ready about 8:30. Now, baby, don't be late. I wanna be there when the band starts playing. Remember when we get there, honey. 2 steps, I'm gonna have them all. Gonna dance out both of my shoes when they lay down the Jelly Roll Blues. Tomorrow night at the Darktown Strutters Ball. Okay. That's a great tune, and guess who suggested it? Marcy, thank you for that.
Yeah, thanks, Marcy.
Okay. Did anybody practice Heart of Gold?
A little bit. I'm still working on it, Frank, but I could give it a try.
Me too.
Oh, you got it. Good. All right. I could
No,
kind of start it, and you can do. There's halfway through.
yeah. Why don't you? Let's see.
So,
That sounds like a good way to do it.
and remind me, up in the far left corner here, what it says right now is original sound for musicians on.
That's exactly what you want.
It's a miracle. Okay.
Okay. Dory suggested this. Dory, did you want to do part of this? Okay. Okay. All right. So, how far down you want to go, Tom?
Well, all I'm going to think that I can do is if you want to start that first line, and then I'll come in on those 3 lines.
Okay.
And harmonica stops, and you do the E minor 7 there,
All right.
and take it all the way home.
Okay. Got it. Okay. I wanna live, I wanna give. I've been a miner for a heart of gold. It's these expressions I never give that keep me searching for a heart of gold. And I'm getting old. Keep me searching for a heart of gold. And I'm getting old. I've been to Hollywood, I've been to Redwood, I crossed the ocean for a heart of gold. I've been in my mind, it's such a fine line that keeps me searching for a heart of gold. And I'm getting old. Keep me searching for a heart of gold. And I'm getting old. Keep me searching for a heart of gold. You keep me searching and I'm growing old. Keep me searching for a heart of gold. I've been a miner for a heart of gold.
Good job, Frank, on that harmonica. There's really
I
3
can't get
different
out.
parts.
Oh.
You did great. Very pretty song.
Okay, thank you, Tom. And thank you, Dory, for picking that out. All right. And now for something a little more serious. No, this is another one of Dory's that she picked out. So who wants to do parts of I'm Into Something Good? What do you think? You know you want to, Dory. Jackie, or you want to do any of it too? Okay, anybody else? Okay, so it's me and Jackie and Dory. So Dory, how much of it do you want?
Well, can we split it into 3 somehow?
Sure, let's see, it goes, well, there's a lot of it. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's got 6 stanzas. They're not all separate and equal. course, that never did work, but so I can do. Let's try something. I'll do the first one when we get to the end of the stanza where it says, "Something tells me I'm something good." You just, Dory, you unmute and just go ahead and sing "Something Tells Me I'm Into Something," and see how that works. And then I'll do the second stanza. Then Dory, you do 2 stanzas. And then Jackie, you take it home. Does that work?
Okay, let's try, say that again, okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
So the last line, or the part where it has the echo, where I sing "Something Tells Me I'm Into Something Good."
Yep.
Then you sing the echo part, and we'll see
Okay.
if that works. We may discover that Zoom is able to do things that we never thought it was able to do before, or it just may sound perfectly awful, but we're among friends. Okay. Okay, and then Jackie, you got the last 2 stanzas. And depending on how that works with Dory, I may come in and do the echo parts, and I may not. So you just won't know.
So should I start on the echo of when Dory sings "Something Tells Me I'm Into Something Good"?
Yeah, you want to try that?
Like she's doing on the echo for you.
And then you do the echo for Dory, and then I'll
Okay.
do the echo for you.
Okay.
Okay, assuming that it works. Well, whether it works or not, it'll be fun. Woke up this morning feeling fine. There's something special on my mind. Last night I met a new girl in the neighborhood. Oh yeah. Something tells me I'm into something good.
Something tells me I'm into something. Something
She's-
tells me I'm in. Go ahead.
She's the kind of girl who's not too shy, and I can tell I'm her kind of guy. She danced with me close like I hope she would.
She danced with me like I hoped she would.
Something tells me I'm into something good.
Something tells me I'm into something. We only danced for a minute or 2, but when she stuck close to me the whole night through, can I be falling in love? She's everything I've been dreaming of.
She's everything I've been dreaming of.
I walked her home and she held my hand. I knew I couldn't be just a one-night stand. So I asked to see her next week and she told me I could.
I asked to see her and she told me I could.
Something tells me I'm into something good.
Something tells me I'm into something. We only danced for a minute or 2, but then she stuck close to me the whole night through. Can I be falling in love? She's everything I've been dreaming of.
It's everything I've been dreaming of.
I walked her home and she held my hand. I knew it couldn't be just a one-night stand. So I asked to see her next week and she told me I could.
I asked to see her and she told me I could.
Something tells me I'm into something good.
Something tells me I'm into something. Yeah, I'm into something. Oh yeah, something good. No, that could have been worse. I think we should consider that a success. Okay. All right, so now we have the serious one that I've been working on. This came from a friend, Ron, who was in the New Anarchy String Band with me in Iowa. He's also a guitar builder. A chicken farmer took a walk out on his farm one day. He passed by the coop as he went along his way. And all at once a rotten egg hit him in the eye. It was the sight he dreaded. Ghost chickens in the sky. Ghost chickens in the sky. He'd been a chicken farmer since he was 24. Working for the colonel for 30 years or more. Killing all them chickens and sending them to fry. But now they want revenge. Ghost chickens in the sky. Ghost chickens in the sky. Ghost chickens in the sky. Their beaks were black and shiny and their eyes were blazing red. They didn't have no feathers, man, them chickens all were dead. They picked that farmer up and he died by the claw. They cooked him extra crispy and served him with coleslaw. Ghost chickens in the sky. Did anybody practice Rain on the Roof? Dory says yes. Okay. Which part do you want to do, Dory?
Let's see. I don't know, second half?
Okay.
Somebody want to?
Yeah. Why don't you take it? I'll do the start, the two stanzas, and then the in between, and then you take it to the end.
Yeah, you and me underneath the roof of tin
Yeah.
is where I start? Yep,
Yeah.
okay.
You and me and rain on the roof, caught up in a summer shower, drying while it soaks the flowers. Maybe we'll be caught for hours, waiting out the sun. You and me, we're gabbing away, dreamy conversation sitting in the hay. Honey, how long was I laughing in the rain with you? 'Cause I didn't feel a drop till the thunder brought us to.
You and me underneath a roof of tin, pretty comfy feeling how the rain ain't leaking in. We can sit and dry just as long as it can pour, 'cause the way it makes you look, it hopes me it rains some more. You and me and rain on the roof, caught up in a summer shower, drying while it soaks the flowers. Maybe we'll be caught for hours, waiting out the sun.
Very, very good. So I like the songs that don't end on the chord for the key you're in, like this one. Okay. The next one is a new one from a friend who said I ought to learn it, and he was right. This is Brandy Carlisle. Apparently, is somebody who's a young person who's kind of befriended Joni Mitchell, and so a lot of good people. Does anybody want to do any part of this? Okay. All of these lines across my face tell you the story of who I am. So many stories where I've been and how I got to where I am. But these stories don't mean anything when you've got no one to tell them to. It's true, I was made for you. I climbed across the mountain tops, swam all across the ocean blue. I crossed all the lines and I broke all the rules, but baby, I broke them all for you. Oh, because even when I was flat broke, you made me feel like $1,000,000 you do. I was made for you. You see that smile that's on my mouth? It's hiding the words that don't come out. All of our friends who think I'm blessed, they don't know my head's a mess. No, they don't know who I really am, and they don't know what I've been through like you do. And I was made for you. All of these lines across my face tell you the story of who I am. So many stories of where I've been and how I got to where I am. Oh, but these stories don't mean anything when you got no one to tell them to. It's true, I was made for you. Oh yeah, well, it's true, I was made for you. So it's kind of a nice little song. All right. Another new one. This one, you know, we do, You've Got to Hide Your Love Away every now and then. I think it's in 12/8 time. So it's kind of in 4/4 time and kind of in 3/4 time, but it's more like it's in some variation of 3/4 time. I think this is in the same time signature because you can't tell from a chord chart. And I figured out a lot of the chord chart from watching the YouTube thing. So this one's a little trickier than most of the ones we do because of the rhythm, but it's got this pretty compelling rhythm that goes the whole time. I'm gonna turn. Can you hear the ukulele? Okay, well, I'm gonna turn. I have it turned down a little bit because I don't want to overstrum it. Anyway, here we go. Please open the door. Nothing is different. We've been here before, pacing these halls, trying to talk over the silence. And pride sticks out its tongue, laughs at the portrait that we've become, stuck in a frame, unable to change. I was wrong. I'm late, but I'm here right now. Though I used to be romantic, I forgot somehow. Time can make you blind, but I see you now as we're laying in the darkness. Did I wait too long to turn the lights back on? Here, stuck on a hill, outsiders inside the home that we built. The cold settles in, it's been a long winter of indifference. And maybe you love me, maybe you don't. Maybe you learn to, and maybe you won't. You've had enough, but I won't give up on you. I'm late, but I'm here right now, and I'm trying to find the magic that we lost somehow. Maybe I was blind, but I see you now as we're laying in the darkness. Did I wait too long to turn the lights back on? I'm late, but I'm here right now. Is there still time for forgiveness? Won't you tell me how? I can't read your mind, but I see you now as we're laying in the darkness. Did I wait too long to turn the lights back on? Here right now, yes, I'm here right now, looking for forgiveness. I can see as we're laying in the darkness. Yes, we're laying in the darkness. Did I wait too long? Turn the lights back on. Thank you. Okay. Tom suggested that we do Ramblin' Man, and so we will.
Well, thank you very much. I'm kind of interested in some possible different strumming on it. So
Okay.
anything you do will be all new for me.
Okay. All right. Does anybody want to do part of Ramblin' Man? Okay. Jackie. Okay, you got to be quick. Which part do you want to do?
I don't know, the first couple stanzas.
Okay. All right.
Or
when
I
you
can
get
just
yeah.
the first one, depending on how many parts you're gonna break it up in.
Well, I think it's just you and me.
Oh, okay.
So why don't you do the first 3 stanzas and I'll come back into the little transitional part. Okay?
Okay. Okay.
All right. Let's do it.
Lord, I was born a rambling man, trying to make a living and doing the best I can. When it's time for leaving, I hope you'll understand that I was born a rambling man. My father was a gambler down in Georgia, and he wound up on the wrong side of a gun. And I was born in the back seat of a Greyhound bus, rolling down Highway 41. Lord, I was born a rambling man, trying to make a living and doing the best I can. When it's time for leaving, I hope you'll understand that I was born a rambling man.
I'm on my way to New Orleans this morning, leaving out Nashville, Tennessee. They always having a good time on the bayou, Lord. Delta women think the world of me. Lord, I was born a rambling man, trying to make a living and doing the best I can. When it's time for leaving, I hope you understand that I was born a rambling man. Lord, 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 I was born a rambling man.
Okay, that was great, everybody. Thank you very much.
So, the way I'm getting that sound is we've got the G chord there. All I'm doing is I'm sliding down a fret. So.
Yeah, thanks, Frank.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Jackie. That was nice.
Yeah, thank you. All right. Dory suggested He Ain't Heavy. Dory, do you want to do part of it? Good. Anybody else want to do part of He Ain't Heavy? Okay, Dory, it's you and me. Which part do you want to do? Thinking.
Let's see. I can start it.
Okay.
Go down to let's see. Go. So if you could take it over if I'm lighting at all. So do 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah. I see where you're saying. I'm good with that. Okay.
Okay. See if I can start this. to carry him. He ain't heavy, he's my brother. So on we go, his welfare is my concern. No burden is he to bear, we'll get there. For I know he would not encumber me. He ain't heavy, he's my brother.
If I'm laden at all, then I'm laden with sadness that everyone's heart isn't filled with gladness of love for one another. It's a long, long road from which there is no return. While we're on the way to there, why not share? And the load doesn't weigh me down at all. He ain't heavy, he's my brother. He's my brother. He ain't heavy, he's my brother. Thank you. Thank you, Dory. It's a good one. And King of the Road. Does anybody want to do part of King of the Road? Okay, Jackie wants to do part of King of the Road. Okay. All right. So, Jackie, how about you come in on third boxcar, and I'll do the beginning, and whenever you get tired, you just say, "Take it, Frank." Okay, does anybody else want to do part of it? Okay. All right, Tom, which part do you want to do?
When Jackie says, take it, Tom, I'll try to take it.
Okay. That works for me. All right. So I practiced this a little. Trailers for sale or rent, rooms to let 50 cents. No phone, no pool, no pets. Ain't got no cigarettes, but 2 hours of pushing broom buys a 8 by 12 4-bedroom. I'm a man of means, by no means king of the road.
Third boxcar, midnight train, destination Bangor, Maine. Old worn out suit and shoes. I don't pay no union dues. I spoke old stogies I have found. Short down to big around. I'm a man of means, by no means king of the road. I know every
railers for sale or rent, rooms to let 50 cents. No phone, no pool, no pets. Ain't got no cigarettes, but 2 hours of pushing broom buys an 8 by 12 4-bedroom. I'm a man of means by no means, king of the road, king of the road.
Good job.
Thank you.
So, we're now at the part of the meeting that we call open mic, and sometimes somebody has something, and sometimes nobody does, and it's all good. So,
May I join in here, Frank?
yes, yeah, you can
All
tell
right,
us.
I am an interloper. I will not be joining you in performance, but I knew that Frank was doing these ukulele meetings vicariously. And one, thank you to allow an interloper to sit in. This has been delightful. I know Frank from high school, which is a few years back, as you might imagine, and also college. But we were better friends in high school. I think that's a fair thing to say.
I think I got
And
seduced by the dark side of the force. I
so
was a Sith Lord for a few years. Yeah,
it's okay. It's
I'm
okay.
back now.
I know
Got
you
over it.
are. I know that. I know that. But just some things you might not know about Frank, and I'll throw a couple of these out there. One is that we both attended the Beatles performance in Memphis, Tennessee in 1966.
Yep.
We weren't together, but we went independently, but we were both there at that milestone event. And also, I don't know if you know much about Frank's acting career, but he starred as Little Abner in our high school production of Little Abner, and he was amazing. And
Well,
then
and Willard, you're responsible for that because you auditioned with me, and
I
uh,
did,
yeah, yeah. So we
and I
we helped
sucked.
each other. Oh, I thought you did just fine. Yeah, you're
But
a true Renaissance man.
yeah, there you go. And Frank also memorably played, if I'm not mistaken, Frank, Will Stockdale in No Time for Sergeants.
No, that was Zach Godwin, and
That was, you know what?
nobody could have done that better than
I
Zach
am so
Godwin.
sorry. I
That's
knew when
fine.
I said that was wrong.
Well, he's not
But
here, so it's okay.
screw him. But Frank, you're a multi-talented person, and we shared so many hijinks
Yeah,
in high school,
and
my
stayed out of jail.
and
Yep.
close a couple of times. But I'm just so delighted that you allowed me to sit in on this, and I'd love to sit in the future, and maybe even harmonize a couple of times. I don't play any musical instruments, but I'm just this was a delight, and thank you.
Well, you're so welcome.
All
It's
right,
a pleasure to
uh,
have you here. Thank you.
I'm going to sign off now. I've got another obligation, but
Okay.
thank you, Frank. We'll talk tomorrow,
Yep.
maybe, right?
Yep. We
Okay.
will. Okay.
Bye, everybody. Thank you and congratulations. This is amazing. It gives Zoom justification for existence.
Thank you, Willard.
Okay,
Thanks so much.
bye-bye.
Yeah. Um, well, that was pretty good for open mic. Does anybody have another story or a song or harmonica, kazoo advice? Yeah. One thing I'll say is don't use a harmonica holder to hold a kazoo. It's just not quite right. Um, so learn from my experiences. Anything else, or are we going to put the critters to bed all over the?
Well, the harmonica is something you can play with the ukulele at the same time.
Yeah, well, you can play kazoo with the ukulele at the same time. You just have to play one-handed harmonica while you pick up the kazoo. Now, at the end of the kazoo part, you can just spit it out. You don't have to. I mean, yeah, You open your mouth and it goes away. It's automatic. But getting started is you have a real strong chance of screwing up the rhythm for the verse you're on. Like I did, like I demonstrated. Yes, it's educational. Yeah. Thank you. Okay. So, who's going to put the foxes to bed? I can do the foxes if Dory can do the whales, and then let's see. Actually, Tom or Jackie. Jackie, do you want to do the foxes? Okay. Jackie's
Sure,
got the
that's fine.
foxes. Dory's got the whales. Tom, you got the coyotes?
Sure. We'll do that.
Okay. And I got the bugs. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I watched the new Aquaman movie. There are bugs in that. So it's a good movie. I recommend it. But there are bugs.
Hey, before we sign off, the total eclipse of the sun is happening, and it's kind of going right over Shreveport, and it's going right over Memphis. And don't try to get a room in either of those places because it's about 300 or 400 bucks for $100 room. We ran into that. Linda and I are going to drive that same time to New Orleans for a Road Scholar tour of the Music Fest there. And
Cool.
of all of a sudden, and we were going to go through Shreveport, Bossier City.
We're going to darken here, but it won't be total. It'll be
Oh.
total in Fort Worth and Dallas
Right.
and Tyler, Texas, and Texarkana and Little Rock and Hot Springs, but not quite here. We're thinking about going to Dallas.
Yeah, good for you. And Frank, how are you going to celebrate this?
I think I'm going to try to find a place in parts unknown Arkansas. It may have to sleep in the car, but I've got lots and lots of Eclipse glasses because they had a special on Amazon. So I figure if anybody gives me any crap about where I am in the car, I'll just give them a free pair of Eclipse glasses. We'll be okay.
Yeah, Poplar Bluff, Arkansas, I think is going to have a total.
Yeah, there's a swath across Arkansas where there's a lot of sparsely populated areas plus Little Rock where it's going to come straight on through.
4 minutes of total eclipse, which is won't see that again for 20 years. So
yeah.
synchronize
Well,
your watch.
this is on my bucket list, so I'm planning to be there.
All right.
I was lucky one time to be on we booked a cruise that had a eclipse that was in
Wow.
New Zealand area. So
Wow.
that was pretty amazing.
There
Wow.
is a cruise, a princess cruise that's following the eclipse this time.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, fun.
Cool. Okay.
We're all together in this one sun.
Yeah, we are. We are. And that means we're in good company. Okay, let's put these little animals to bed.
Irene, good night, Irene. Irene, good night. Good night, Irene. Good night, Irene. I'll see you in my dreams. Whales sleep in the ocean. Zebras sleep on the land. Hippos sleep on the riverside. And camels sleep on the sand.
Irene, good night, Irene. Irene, good night. Good night, Irene. Good night, Irene. I'll see you in my dreams. Coyote sleeps in the canyon. A birdie sleeps in a tree. And when it's time for me to rest, my bed's a place for me.
Irene, good night, Irene. Irene, good night. Good night, Irene. Good night, Irene. I'll see you in my dreams. Maybugs go to sleep in May. June bugs sleep in June. If skeeters try to sleep on me, I'll squish them up quite soon. Irene, good night, Irene. Irene, good night. Good night, Irene. Good night, Irene. I'll see you in my dreams. Thank you, everybody. So happy, oops, I didn't mean to do that. So happy Leap Day Eve, and try to do something special tomorrow. And if you miss tomorrow, you get 4 years to get ready to do something special again. But it's not the only
And then
time
the,
to be something. Go ahead, Dory.
and then the next time we meet, it's just before St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah. So I'm collecting Irish songs. If you want to suggest you suggest whatever song you want us to do, but if you want to suggest an Irish song, that'd be okay. You're the early list has pretty much, well, it didn't. Yeah, it's pretty much nothing but Irish songs. Yeah. So
Yep.
be sure and bagosh. Yep.
Right.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
All right. Good night.
Thank
See y'all.
you.
Okay.
You're
Have a
welcome.
fun leap day.
Yep. We'll do. Bye bye.